Hey, what's good, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Big Ticket. I'm your host, Vic3, joined here by my co-host, Jerry Lee.
Woo
Hey,
woo.
man. Hey,
What's
how's
going
it going?
on?
How we doing this week?
Ready to do it, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate everyone for coming through. Everyone in the chat, everyone that be coming through, man. Listen, we got two great guests today. Two great Eagles content creators. Let me start off by with the first. Founder and owner of Fly John's Clothing. He's one third of the Swoop Boys Podcast. We got my guy, none other than Timothy King Kincade. King, how we doing today, my guy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Fly joint, you know what I mean? We in the spot. What up, man? What's going on? Appreciate
Nothing,
the
my guy,
invite.
nothing.
Appreciate
Hey,
the
man,
invite.
appreciate you because I'm gonna let everyone know right now, if you can. My guy got some great clothing, got the step back John, got to
Yeah.
show it off, got to showcase the merchandise. Listen, everybody, if you're on right now, hop up to my guy's page, go look at some merchandise after the show. But check out my guy's merchandise. There's a lot, and it's very good quality. But let me get to the other guest today. We have two great Eagles content creators. Let's get to the second great one. One half of the Birds Lounging podcast. We got Mucci Robinson today. We were blessed with his appearance. What's going on, Mucci? How we doing?
What's good with y'all? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Good,
Thank you for
good.
coming through, both of
Awesome.
you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
fellas.
the invite, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Like I said, every week we do this just to chit chat. We're trying to bring other people with great perspectives. Use a friends of the show. I thought it was great to bring you on this week because we got a lot of talking about this off season. There's been a lot of complaining back and forth. We all know recently there was a signing of Howie Roseman, and he had a contract of 3 years. But let me just start off by asking this question because there's been a lot of talk this week. A lot of people weren't comfortable with the fact that Howie already had his extension. So let me ask the both of you, and I'll start off with Lucci first. What are your thoughts on the extension, and do you think it was premature?
I think it was ass, but I mean it depends on how this season goes because after these signings, as of right now, everybody we all up in the uproar. Just like with the last guy with the wide receiver Pascal coming in. He feels like me. He feels like more of a like a golden take type of wide receiver to a certain extent because it's like you bringing him in. We don't know what he's going to be a factor of. We don't know how we're going to use him. Just because you used to work with Nick Sirianni with the previous years, we don't know how it's going to go with this year. And then we just had a new signing with I think his name was Kaiser White from the Chargers linebacker. It's a good
Yeah.
move, but it feels like it feels like we betting like you bet small to see how we can win big. Far as like being collective, is he a good linebacker? I mean, he was on a good team, good football as far as defense wise. But again, we were dealing with Jonathan Gannon, so I don't want to get too much into it. So again, with Howie Roseman, it feels like again he's a lawyer. I kept telling this through the whole entire last season. He's just a lawyer. He knows numbers, but he don't know football. Again, I can't think of the guy name from the Jets who used to be with us. He was the one that was
Joe
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah,
yeah,
Joe
Yeah.
Douglas.
So exactly my point. As far as Douglas, that's like I don't know football, but then King is telling me, listen, you need to get this guy, you need to get this guy, and then I'm getting the satisfaction of it because I'm bringing these guys in. It was because of King telling me about these players. Again, I just don't understand why we're picking. Again, we're betting small to win big. So again, you're getting all these players that's that's 50-50. Don't
Mm.
know. We just don't know what to expect. So, far as your Howie Roseman with it, and then on top of that, he's extra 3 years. Like, why not a 1 year? Let's see how this goes for this year, and then bring him on. But 3 years, it's going to be another 3 years of headaches because we just don't know how. I don't know how the season's going to be. Because here it is again. We got DK Metcalf we could pick up. We got
Mm.
Parker. I mean, I'm not so sure about Parker, but we had it was decent amount of wide receivers to go with to get. But then again, here it is. We got Pascal, and then we got this linebacker that's coming in. He used to be a safety, turned into a linebacker. Then he's 6'2", maybe 6'4", 218. Again, a small linebacker. So Howie, I mean, again, get your pills out. So
Yeah, it does seem like he is padding it a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait and see what happens. You know, he might just be waiting for the prices to go down a little bit. You know?
Sure.
But I
King,
do
what are your
agree with
thoughts?
you.
Oh, sorry
I
about
do
that.
agree with you, though. You know, I think they signed him too early. Like, he signed that contract too early. He should have waited. You know, do the business first with the players. And then
Yeah, definitely. King, what are your thoughts? Do you think that extension came a little too prematurely?
I think this is the thing though, man. This is Mr. Lurie's man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. This is his man's. You know, this is the one GM that brought us the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't through the draft; it was all through signings. You know, like I mentioned before the show, the reason why we won that Super Bowl is because number one, we caught lightning in the bottle, and it was great signings, great contracts. The veterans, the free agency never stops, and that's why I think people are so stop. You gotta be patient. Life is all about patience. But when it comes to building a football team, and there's one thing I have to say about Howie is he builds through the trenches and then builds out. You know what I'm saying? So when you're building in, you got to give it to him to that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he has missed on a lot of draft picks. I can't even front. I mean, we got Jalen Reagor. I mean, my man got them Whopper hands. I don't know if he can grab a Whopper. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he can grab a cheeseburger, B. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I mean? He's just one of them dudes. He's one of them cats, man. He's not built for this city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think most of us we're all from back east, right? So it's you know, we're like, I live in the West Coast now, and when people meet me, they're like, "Man, you're a little arrogant with it." I'm like, "Nah, it's just my confidence. It's just my confidence of where I come from. Man. I'm from South Jersey.
Gotta be tough.
You know? Man, like,
we're rugged.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, and I just don't think he fits here. And yes, we did miss on DK. We ended up taking garbage ass J-Jaw. He's garbage. And you know, with that miss, that was it. Like I said, I live on the West Coast. I watch a lot of Pac-12 games. Pac-12 don't play defense. No disrespect. But come on, man. You know, there's one thing I can say about Howie. He's good at signings, but when it comes to draft picks, it hasn't worked out. But I will give him a little bit in the draft. Last year's draft was okay. It was definitely with Dickerson, Devontae Smith, and then Milton Williams, man. He came on late as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a good signing. That's a good draft pick as well. So I say I'm with it. I'm with it with Howie. And Howie we trust. I don't know how much I can trust him, but I can trust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we right now at this moment with that extension already signed, you know, we're in that position where we have to trust him. You know, it's the next 3 years.
What choice you got?
Prove it. Yeah, he has to prove it. But just like you said before, he's Lurie's guy. Even though there is a guy in the wings waiting, you know, there's a guy that's learning. He's basically an apprentice. We'll see if Lurie has enough confidence to move on from Howie. But if Howie does what he needs to do, especially this year in the draft, it wouldn't even be a question. This won't even be a thought or a topic to talk about.
But you know, Vic, this is a proven deal to me, though. If you look at it, if you really look at it, I mean, 3 years, that ain't nothing in managers and GM talk. You know what I mean? That's really dropping the bucket. So,
yeah, that's a great point because usually they don't get about 3 years. It's usually like a 4-year, 5-year deal. They give them time. Howie's given a limited amount of time coming up, so it does seem like Lurie might want to, you know, test him a little bit.
He got them party pictures back.
But both of you touched a little bit on free agency so far this year. You know, you mentioned some names, but let me get your opinions. What did you both think of it so far? I'll start off with you, King. What do you think of free agency so far? How have we done?
So far, shoot, man, we still gonna miss it. You know, Marcus Williams going. We were there, and then he goes to the Ravens. I think Allen Robinson. He's I'm going to go to a contender, and then go and get Zack Pascal. I mean, he's okay, but he's a backup. He's a backup. And yes, he is a red zone target. He's a big guy, 6'2", 220, 215. And he has that attitude. And listen to the way he talks. I think he can hang in Philly. And I think he's not even I'm not sure if he grew up too far from Philadelphia as well. So that's okay. The Zahar White, I like that signing. That's a tackling machine. 144 tackles, two interceptions. He can shed blocks. We haven't had a linebacker shed blocks since Nigel Bradley.
And he had a sack too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like we just haven't had that type of linebacker in a while. I mean, the thing is though, we got to break this curse though, because we had the linebackers and signings. We had some bad ones. It was a TJ Fort. They didn't use him correctly. He goes to Baltimore and balls out. Corey, I think it was Corey Norwood. He from Denver. He didn't pan out. Other young bull didn't pan out. I think Eric Wilson didn't pan out. Yeah, yep. Bull didn't even step on the field. Bull got cut. So you know what I'm saying? It's just if he can break that mold and bring something to the team of Philly, and he's a leader. He's, you know what I mean? Like I've been watching Bull for a while. I think he went to West Virginia, right? He coming out of West Virginia.
Hey, he's from West Virginia, right out of Emmaus, Pennsylvania, my neck of the woods. I seen him in high school. He's a beast.
So welcome home. And it's crazy though. It's like we getting these young bulls and they coming back home. One thing I do love that Hassan Reddick signing. That's my man, 50 grand, son. That's my man's right there. You know what I'm saying? But I need Gannon to use him correctly. Yep. He's a weapon. Stand him up. If you want to do some pre-motion snaps and stuff like that, I'm fine with that. But do not have this man cover slots and tight ends. That's not his game, B. That's not his game. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
quarterback eater.
Thank you. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop. Like, Gannon got to stop with this whole like blanket thing. I mean, and I get it. It's cornerback. It's built for cornerbacks, right? His defense is built for cornerbacks. It was where you don't leave them on an island. They're going to have a little bit of help. They're going to have cushion. But I still need pressure. That's why we were last in sacks. You know what I'm saying? And then the loss of BG that hurt as well.
That hurt really bad.
That hurt. But and one more thing, I don't mean to take up all the time, but
really good.
Okay, and please bear with me. Derek Barnett.
Oh.
Okay.
That was rough.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That hurt, man.
I got you. So bear with me. So there's three things I look into this. Number one, BG might be a question mark before the season starts, right? That could be one. David Ajabo, I think he was going to be there at 15 and 16, right? Towards Achilles.
Probably going to pick him up in a second.
I feel bad for Bull. The thing is, though, I don't know if he is going to be the same as David Ajabo because he's built off athleticism. When you tear your Achilles, you're a different person. Just look at young Bull that went to the Cowboys. No, it's City Jones as well. Bull that went to the Cowboys, and now he's been team to team now. He played for the Cowboys. Jalen Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Jalen Smith? He got that nerve got hit. He wasn't the same player. You know what I'm saying? And you know he got the bag though. But I think Derek Barnett, with the machine penalty he's going to bring some quality snaps to it. I just need him to stop. I need everybody to say with me, Woosaw, and it's always him. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is, B. Like, Derek Barnett.
He lost us a couple games for sure.
Yes.
You know,
but he did win us the Super Bowl too. So.
Yes, he did help on that team. And that was the one time he was good, like that year.
Yeah, his rookie year, right? And on top of that, and we're all thought we struck gold because you look when he came out of Tennessee, fan, his stats was bananas. He broke Reggie White's sack record, the ankle bend, you know what I'm saying? He had the whole MC Hammer, aka Bobby Brown step, you know what I'm saying? Like it was mega bananas. So it worked.
I thought we won.
Me too. You know what I mean?
I was sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then now, what's crazy is
Jim Schwartz.
Yes,
I'm just saying
yeah.
that was under Jim Schwartz. So now that Jonathan Gannon here,
facts.
Maybe he'll develop.
But okay, but so Mish, this is my question to you though. So with when you're saying that though, do you think with the scheme that we're going to be running and the players that we're going to be bringing in this year, are we going to be running a little bit of wide line, or is it going to be the 3-4? Is it going to be 3? Like what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we going to be doing here?
The problem.
Well, one thing's for sure, he got his guys now. He got his guys.
He got his guys.
No more bullshit.
He got his guys now.
That's
we don't have a safety though. But we don't have a safety. That's one thing I will say. We don't have a safety.
We'll get Hamilton.
Damn. Listen, at the end of the day, all this don't matter. It's like with all four of us, we all thinking the same thing. Jonathan Gannon, he stays in zone mode. He wants to. He likes to, like this is what he said when he was with the Colts. When he was with the Colts, he liked for everybody to spread out. I understand that, but on the offense of the ball, what happens when they run? I understand. Dig this. Every time it's like a third and long.
Fill the gaps.
Yeah, every time it's a third and long, he gives the quarterback on the other side too much respect. And that's why we always, every time when, like I said, if it's a third and long, another wide receiver, because of that open space, somebody's always catching it for them to get a first down. And that's what I just don't understand. Really, it don't matter what it feels like. It doesn't matter. We can have the best players, but it's all about the coaching. And I get it why it's like with Fletcher Cox. He was always up there to get a sack. For some reason now he's always been backfield. Why? We got the linebackers always backpedaling, or we always 5 yards, 7 yards off the ball instead of going to get the ball. It's like, so it's like that's the frustrating part about it. And then on top of that, he says, I'm not changing nothing. Like, who the hell do you think you are to say you're not changing nothing when
we losing?
Yep. So the only
I think that's when Sirianni jumped in his shit.
You play man. No matter what, the reason so we got to the playoffs. The reason why they're not changing nothing is because we got to the playoffs. But you still have to contain, and you got to make, like me. If I'm Jonathan Gannon, I would go back and look at each and every game from the beginning to the end, and I need to switch up. Period. And if we don't switch up, we're done. Like it's nothing. Like we're just done. You know what I'm saying? So you got to switch up. Just Nick Sirianni needs to talk to him. You need to say something to him. Like, listen, if you don't do nothing this year, you're done. And then I don't understand how he was able to even get head coaching interviews because
that's why he didn't get the job.
Resume wasn't good.
That's exactly why he didn't get the job.
His resume didn't speak volumes to say, let's give him an interview for a head coaching job.
Okay, but I think he had a lot of people co-sign on his name. That was the reason why he was getting a lot of looks at the head coaching position. Like Zimmerman's he's well respected throughout the NFL. You know, he lost his wife to eye cancer, came back. You know, in the NFC Championship, got his ass whooped by the Birds, though. You know what I'm saying? We'll put that out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? But
but that's a shame. That's called a shame.
Exactly.
But and then for him to come back, and then again, I think what I'm gonna do is I just bought a ticket so I can go down there to the draft. It was $10.
I'll be there. I'll be there. We got to meet up. I'll be there. I'm definitely back home in Philly. We're meeting up.
So, but what I'm saying is we can get the best player, but if you're not going to adjust, it makes no sense. Prime example, we got the best wide receiver last year, Heisman Trophy winner, and we didn't use him at the end of the game, last minute. We rather give it to Miles Sanders to run the ball for countless of times, and he wasn't getting nowhere. He keep running east and west when he need to be running down south,
north and south.
You know but we got Jordan Howard. Yeah, but then again, we got Jordan Howard, who's the muscle that you need 2 to 3 guys to bring him down. He's the guy that he can at least get you those yardage that you need when it's 3rd and 1, and then on top of that, we're throwing the ball instead. That so it's like it's the coaching. You need better coaching. Nick Sirianni, everybody's to blame as far as the coaching. I can care less about. And then, before I let you say something, thing about Jalen Hurts, you need to get him under center. You kept having him out in shotgun so long that once he left the game, and I get it, we played against the Jets, but then once Gardner Minshew came in, he was spectacular because he got under the center and he was doing two things at once. And it's all the coaching. It's like it's none of the players' fault. It's all about the coaching. If we get that right first, we get somewhere. But until then, I'm just upset. I mean, like again, we went to the playoffs. So what? We ain't getting nowhere. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. That's how frustrated I am. We can talk all day about we need this player, but once we get the player, if the coach is not intact, there's no point in talking.
Hey,
You're right. You're right, but there's also
I'm a
execution
realist.
too, though.
I'm
Also
a realist.
execution
I'm to
too.
the point where that's how frustrated and that's how impacted I am on this team that, like, all right, the first game of the Falcons, yes, okay, Nick Sirianni bet, but then players can understand what's going on. Just like what's the guy when we had the no huddle? What was that coach?
Chip Kelly.
Yeah, when we had Jim Kelly, it was spectacular the first season. They was everything. The next year, we already know. We know y'all no huddle. We in here now, and no switch up. So I mean, I don't know. It's just until we see it. You know what I'm saying? So
No, absolutely. But every year is different, and these guys have got to grow. You know what I mean? They're brand new coaches right off the factory line. You know?
Well, then that should.
And with our team, there were a lot of first-time coaches. That's where they messed up. Because I feel like with Gannon, I get the understanding that they hired him on, but let's be real. Gannon got hired on because that's Nick Sirianni's best friend.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. It wasn't because his credentials. It wasn't because of what he did in the past. It's because who you know. And the head coach is who he knew. The head coach brought him along. If Sirianni was smarter, he would have had an experienced defensive coordinator, probably a former head coach, come through. So that way, whatever questions, and he had a lot of questions last season, he could have went off to that man and, bounced off some ideas and worked it that way. But he didn't do that. What he did was, we're going to bring a lot of first-time coaches in here, and we're just going to learn with the players. And that's the issue that we had. We had a lot of people just growing together. Hopefully,
bunch of kids in the closet.
We've gone through that growing period, and now we can move forward and get to where we need to be. But I think that was the issue last season. There was a lot of first-time coaches. A lot of friends got jobs. Nepotism comes in a lot. So that's the issue. Like, they have to learn how to grow. Now, with Gannon, if he can't progress, he needs to go. I don't give a fuck whose friend he is. He got to go.
I agree.
Right. But that means that should be better to get in his ass. Yo, listen, what's going on with his zone? What's
but I believe it did, though. I believe it did because I believe that he was challenging Gannon. Like, yo, Gannon, you're going to have to switch this shit up. Because, if anything that taught you that the defense got a little bit better or shrunk, we was up, bro. We was open like 7-11 against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, we was open. We was giving out Slurpees. We was like Oprah. You want a car? You want a car? You want a car? You want a car? It was crazy. Shortly right after that, they was like, "Hey, listen, you're going to have to shrink this shit. You're going to have to shrink the middle of the field has to get shrunken because we are getting killed in the middle of the damn field."
But that was a little too late, though. He should have been knew that games before.
But that's the thing, though. Think about it, right? So like you said, the Atlanta game, right? We beat Atlanta. Man, fireworks. Everybody was coming out, right? Second game, we go play against the Niners. We should have won that game. The only reason why we didn't win that game because we didn't know how to get, a couple dirt and a couple inches to get in the damn touchdowns.
Right.
We got Jordan Howard. We got Jordan Howard on the damn practice squad.
That we did not use.
You know what I'm saying? Did not use.
Was then on top of that, bring him up.
Hey, who you telling?
Man.
I'm at the game. I'm back home with my wife. My wife a Niner fan, right? I'm over here looking like boo boo the fool. I'm like, damn, son, like I'm gonna lose my wife in my city. You know what I'm saying? Like, son,
that Niners game was a drop back to earth because we had that high winning to Atlanta. Then we had all these Niners fans in Philly, at the Rocky statue. It was amped for a game. And then when we played, there was no running attack. We were throwing too much. Defense didn't know how to keep up. The running game on the 49ers side was ridiculous. Jimmy Garoppolo in the second quarter looked like he was a quarterback for the Super Bowl. Yeah, he was a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the second half.
It was crazy. And then and to even go into further than that, it was like throw. And then the middle of the season, you know what? we're going to get Jordan Howard out here. We're going to run the ball. And then what happens? We start winning the damn games.
Right. A little too late.
It's a little bit too late, but I get it. But that's the thing, though, and that's the beauty of the sport of football is when you're able to realize that you can change something and that's your bread and butter and you stick with it, and that's what Nick did. And I was like, okay, I'm good with that. Same thing with Doug. When Doug was here, Doug was like, yo, this isn't working. We can't have Carson throwing 55 times a game. We got to keep it under 40, the 45, and somewhere in that range. And then what happened? We had a Jay running the ball. We had a three-headed monster. Corey Clement. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Jersey. Like, we just had so much clicking, bro. It was just if you can just adjust and learn from your mistakes by game, you have a chance of winning. And that's what I see from this staff. I definitely do see that from this staff. I just need this damn defense to get it together. That's what I need. And I need Gannon to get out of his ass with that bullshit. That 7-Eleven bullshit that he's running. You get that shit out of here. Ward is bones.
That's the problem. I don't think he is. I don't think so? He is. Hell no. Because
we got lied to by both of them. We got lied to by both of them.
Yeah,
we're gonna work to our players.
Nick Sirianni, like he just talks too much with the flour in the pot and all that. Listen, man.
Hey, whoa, that fertilizer shit. What though, B?
Man,
it's stank though. At first, it was a little stanky.
We would have never thought that the Bengals, out of all teams, we would have never thought that the Bengals was going to be in the Super Bowl. And what was they doing? Playing hard-nosed football with coaches that was just playing football. Again, we can all play Madden right now. If something don't work, I'm going to change it up. And I'm going to blitz. I'm going to do anything I need to do to maintain. Like, we need to play 101 football, period. No experiments. If it don't, even if you do experiment, if it don't work, switch it up.
Skip it. Period. Yeah.
Again, we had Devontae Smith. And you use them at the last minute. Now the thing about Foothills, yeah, we bringing back. They are bringing back Jordan Howard, and then all right with Bennett. All right, so I get it. We signed him for another 2 years. It's to the point where they're thinking something. We all thinking about the box. Maybe this year he might turn up. The only thing is, like you said, he lost. Not that he lost a step because he's still a first round. He's a first rounder now. When he first came, I loved him. I loved him before he even did everything that he did in the Super Bowl because of his technique. And I'm a weirdo when it comes to like how is he hold, like how do they wear their shoulder pads and all, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type where I like to have them cuffed up, showing the guns and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the way how their techniques are. His technique is thorough. It's just the fact that maybe tackles and all that, they probably studied him a lot better because all he do the spin move. He need to stop doing that. Like he do the spin move a little too much. I mean, he tried to be witty with it, and they just broke him down. Now 2 years is a bit much, but maybe he might turn around. But again, it's all about Jonathan. It depends on what the defensive line coach is saying, and it depends on what Jonathan Gannon is saying. Because
gotta get some better moves in there. Can't keep riding the same bread and butter.
But again, we're talking about Brian Cox.
He should have been. Well, no, I'm just saying. Again, we're talking about Brandon Cox, where to the point where he should have never been backed up like that. And then on top of that, you see how he's been voicing his opinion. Like, what am I doing? I shouldn't be. What did he say?
Running screens.
Yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
No.
He
can't be saying that either.
And for that, that's what made us say, yo, Fletcher Cox should roll. But again, like I don't know. It's just it's going. I just don't know.
I agree with Cox. I agree with Cox, but I agree with Cox. I agree with him. Like, come on, man. Like, first of all, I'm a defensive tackle. I don't want to have 600 pounds leaning on me all goddamn game. Let me go get the quarterback.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year, Javon Hargrave was eating because he was eating off what Cox was commanding because he did double team a lot. And then everything kind of switched. And then Cox was like, well, I don't know if I can go ahead and eat or I need to sit because, like you just said, we're getting beat because of the spread. You know what I'm saying? They're spreading it out and stuff like that. It just didn't work. It didn't work. And then on top of that, when you don't have linebackers, you know, your linebackers are basically like starting 15 feet off the damn line of scrimmage. You're just asking, hey, here you go get a touchdown. Like the Raiders game, we got annihilated in that, man. It was so embarrassing to go into that game and just be like, damn, this defense just doesn't get it. And then you have Derek Carr looking like Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and if you look at it, and yeah, people always say, oh, well, you know, the Eagles had an easy schedule. That's how they got to the playoffs. But okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, that's a middle of a pack team. They beat who's on the schedule. We didn't make that schedule. But at the same time, when it comes to defenses and we were playing good quarterbacks, they were eating our asses up. Every one of them. Every one of them was eating our ass up. The only win I was like, oh, we got away with was that Carolina win. I thought we were going to lose that Carolina game. And then
it was close.
That was a close one. I was like, oh, we're going to lose this one. And then because the defense, and then all of a sudden, you got key players like Slay. Just balling out.
He got 2 interceptions, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then dude on the other side caught one. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been 3. Oh, and Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson was a good signing. He was solid.
He was all right.
I hate the whole hate that he gets. No, he was solid.
He was all right.
Yo, first of all, it is so damn hard to cover wide receivers for 11 seconds with that garbage ass defense, and you ain't got no linebackers. Well, let's be real. Like, if you play football, that is so hard to cover a wide receiver for 11 seconds. Let's be real with that. That's one thing I definitely want to put that out there.
They're all on.
Let me take that back too, because Philly Foothills just made a point. Yes, Burnett. Yeah, you're right. He did have a lot of penalties as far as with the fouls, the personal fouls, and all that. You're absolutely right. But then why is it that the Eagles signed him again to 2 years? But I mean, it's just
$8 million.
With that, I think I know the reason why. Well, with the reason why is because if you actually look at it, it's a 1-year deal with a possible. It's like, you know, it's a spade deal. You got one on the possible. He has to prove himself this year. He can stick around. But I think what they want to do is with the addition of Reddick, they want to use him as the way they were using Gerald Avery. And they need someone who can take that edge position. We don't need someone learning the position. We need someone that's already set. Even though he does what he does, and yes, he makes some dumb mistakes at times. But again, he sets that edge, which leaves Reddick open to attack. That's what they're going with. Also, with that, you know, we saw that there was a signing today. We talked about it before. My guy, Kazir White, you know, like I said, from Lance High School, went to West Virginia, had a great season, played safety. Now I want to bring that up again. In high school and in college, he played safety. We'll go over to linebacker when he got with the Chargers. You see what he do. He gets the sacks, you know, he can cover well. But I think with him, I think they're going to use him the same way they were trying to use Jacoby Stevens. They want that hybrid linebacker safety. Now they have someone established. But fellas, let me start off with you, Moot. What do you think about this move?
I mean, again, it's a good move, and I think the mindset of it is, I guess he got a 1-year deal, $5 million, so that should bring him up a little bit. But again, this reminds me, what's the linebacker that we had? He was the safety turned linebacker, but he was awful, and then we let him go to the 49ers, and then he got cut from the 49ers. White guy. What's the linebacker?
From Nebraska.
Yeah. It's like
but I'm on.
You know, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So again, we bring him in. It feels good to me. If for some reason it feels good to me, but again, this is Gannon. I'm thinking of Gannon where all he's going to be doing is backpedaling to get that interception because we was about to get the other linebacker from oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting these names. We was about to get the linebacker from Green Bay.
The Packers, Zaire Smith.
Nate Gary, that's his name. Nate Gary.
That's what I want to say. But Smith is the guy that we were looking at.
From the linebacker from the Packers,
from
right?
the Packers, from Green Bay. Yeah. He almost went to the Ravens, but then went back to the Packers.
So now, but that guy, he used to play for the Falcons, but he was awful. It looked like he didn't know what football was when he was playing for them. Then all of a sudden, I guess he got rebuilt, and he's doing great with the Packers. I say that to say this though. Again, are you bringing these linebackers? That's why it feels so bad I feel bad for the other linebacker that we had bought for $30 million. What's his
talking about Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson?
Who? No. Who?
Nigel Bradham.
No, the linebacker that we just got from the Packers. I mean, from Panther for the North Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him because it's like he's the type that goes after the quarterback. Hopefully, I just hope they don't have him as zone and have him being in the middle to get an interception. Like that's what I'm saying. We getting these players, and if we keeping them for zone, what are we doing? Like that's my only upset. I just need. I mean, are we going to blitz? We need to blitz, and if we're not going blitz, what are we doing?
I think that's why they got
Kaiser. I think that's why they got him, because they wanted him to be in the zone, and you got Reddick for that blitz. So they're gonna come have a rotation in here, and you're gonna see Reddick play the DE position too. That's another thing I'm excited to see. You're gonna see him play defensive end. You're gonna see him come up at the linebacker position. He's gonna be playing both. That's when they say they're gonna do that hybrid. It's not so much of a hybrid as a 3-4. Is they're taking elements from the 3-4 and then bringing it into this. I think that's what they're really gonna do.
Is that what you're saying, or is that what they said? Because I don't know if
when you look at the moves they're making, like right now with White, like I said, he's going to take on what Jacoby Stevens, what they were trying to do with him. Then now when you look at the re-signing of Barnett, that leaves Reddick for more open to what they were doing with Jannard Avery. So it looks like what we were trying to do something last year. A lot of people were saying that Gannon, he
had the wrong players.
Yeah, he had the wrong players, but again, he was trying to do something. It didn't work, so he stayed away from that. That's why you see why we always dropping back, why we in coverage, because his rushing attack wasn't really there. Now this year, depending on what we do in the draft, I think that's what they're doing to this defense. They're molding around what Gannon wants to do, his original thought process. If it works out, I think we're going to be more of an aggressive defense this year, and it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah. Hey, Vic.
I want that. It's not to the point where I'm saying we're going to fail again. I just don't want what happened last year because we was up and down. It was like we have to rely on other teams to lose for us to step up. I don't want that at all. Like that's what it feels.
Nobody
like
does, bro.
Yeah, we all don't.
My only issue with this,
But
Vic,
this feels like every year.
When you just said what you just said right there, though, I don't know. Did you see Howie's press conference when he talked about the draft? When he said, "Hey, we're gonna go to Gannon, and we're gonna if that guy doesn't fit the draft of the mold of what we need on this team, we're not gonna go after him." I truly believe what the hell he is saying. I'm actually believing that Howie is like this, and he's like, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do," and you know what I mean. We're gonna keep it in house. I truly believe that. I truly believe that he is going to Gannon like, Gannon, what do we need for you to be successful in your defense? I truly believe it. But the thing is, though, this is the thing. When it comes to defensive ends, and we know we're going to draft a defensive end in the first round, right? We can all agree, right?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our first pick. Either that or Hamilton.
I think it's or Hamilton. I mean, I don't think Hamilton's going to make it to 15. But I mean, I pray. I pray.
Yeah, me too.
I pray. But you know, one linebacker, I mean, the defensive end that I really, really, really like is I like Jermaine Johnson, but I don't think he's going to be there at 15 as well because David Ojabo just is gone now, right? I can never say, what is the Bull's name from University of Purdue? Yes. Yes, I like him. Yeah, I can't say his name. I ain't going to even butcher it. I ain't going to even try. But he is strong as shit. I don't know if you ever seen like how much he can bench, his backstory, everything He is a perfect. He'll be perfect in this defense. He's strong. He has short arms, but he can control. He can drive back a tight end. I mean, not a tight end, a tackle. That's the point that I'm trying to prove. Is like they're going to go defense in this first round. They're going to get a defensive end, and they're going to see if what they can do is mold a guy into this defense. And I truly believe that he is asking Gannon, "What do you need to make this a better defense?"
Yeah, well, they talked about it. They said they wanted to get the coach's opinion when it comes to the draft. We all know, for the most part, what happened last year was, it is Gannon not trying to be more aggressive. He was a little apprehensive, but when you look at it now in hindsight, there was good reason for him to do that. Now, this year, it looks like what they're doing is they're getting a game plan and they're backing it up. They re-signed everyone. They signed who they need. Now in the draft, we're using the backups to come through because we're going to need a good rotation on the defensive line and and linebackers. We're going to make a lot of moves. So I think that's what they're doing. They're solidifying the defense. This season, I hope, like you said, one of the first picks of the draft is a defensive end. If my guy Walker is still there, I'll be happy. Like I said, stick to Georgia, stick hard. But Karlaftis is a great defensive end also. I would not be mad if we get him. But my thinking is with the moves that we've made, we kind of filled up some holes. So I hope it isn't to the part where we're in the draft and now we're looking at, well, we can possibly get a first-round wide receiver. We can get this. We can make other moves that we weren't in the position to make before, but not help out our team the way we needed to. You know, it might be just grabbing that name just to grab it instead of building slowly, building right around this defense. That's what I hope doesn't happen.
Best player available. I mean, that's why free agency is to get those players that you need, so you can go into the draft and get the players.
Let the draft board fall to you.
Yep.
Don't go reaching. Like what is it on Hitch? Stay right here. Stay right here. Don't do none of this. Don't do none of that shit.
Unless it's somebody you really want.
But that's the thing that scares me. That's the thing that scares me because for me, I think in this draft we're gonna have a push for wide receivers and running backs. I mean, it's not running backs, quarterbacks, and it's gonna happen early. Once you hit to third pick, there's gonna be trade offers going crazy. You got Washington, Pittsburgh, Carolina. There's more teams that probably haven't even said it, but they're looking for a new quarterback. There's a lot of teams that have capital now with multiple first-round picks. There's going to be a lot of movement, and my fear is that someone falls that the Eagles might think, oh, we can make a jump and just get them, but it might not be someone we necessarily need at this moment. That's my biggest fear.
So are you saying question? So this is my question. My bad, Mucci.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just saying.
I'm trying to be respectful. My bad. Trying to be respectful.
I just want to say, are we going defensive end, defensive tackle, and cornerback? I guess because we got our linebacker right now.
Yeah. I think with defensive line, I think there's more defensive ends than defensive linemen. If you have Jordan Davis out there, he's your first pick. Well, it doesn't matter because you got 15 to 16, so it ain't like no one's going to do anything. As long as you get there, no one takes your guy before that, you're good. You're comfortable because you got 15 to 16.
I think we're really going to get Sauce Gardner.
I believe that too.
I think we're going to trade up. Yes.
I hope we don't trade up. Howie didn't get
I hope we don't trade up and stay put.
He ain't going to be there.
Howie didn't get his quarterback last draft. He going to get him this draft.
He ain't going to be there at 15 because we're not going to use all three picks in the first round.
No, he's going to trade back.
For me, I don't know why, but I feel like because right now when you look at the draft, this is the first time it's unprecedented. There's so many teams with multiple first-round picks. I think the trend for this year is stay home, make those picks, build your team. Instead of having one quality first-round pick, you might have three now. Why would you give up that chance to have three possible instead of one that you're still hoping out? Because let's be honest, whether you're the first pick or the last in the first round, you're still a possibility.
But Vic, you gotta understand, we got Howie Roseman as a GM.
That's what scares me.
My point exactly. My point.
Like we all think logically. We all have logical thoughts, but for whatever reason, and sometimes they say it's good, but Howie constantly thinks outside the box. Sometimes it's cool to color within the lines. You ain't got to go out with the bright painting. Sometimes stay within the lines, and you'll get where you need to be.
Quit drawing a new picture, goddammit.
Yo, this is my thing. I can see how we're trading that 19th pick for a 2023 and saying, hey, we're going to go 2 here. We'll go 2 next year. I personally will love your Vic. I love your idea. I would definitely stay home. Let's have 3 picks. Let's get 3 draft picks in the first round. And because your first year, second day picks, they're supposed to be on the field, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are on the field. That's how it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like in the past couple of years, we haven't had that. You know what I mean?
For a long time.
For a long time. We haven't had that. Those guys are getting picked the second day. They're not on the field. You know what I'm saying? This year, you have to do that because we are young. Mm-hmm. If you look at this, the cornerstone guys, quarterback young, running backs young, wide receivers young. I mean, like you're going to be, you got to build somewhere. I mean, I think we got 3 players over 30 or 4, maybe, or 5 or something like that, somewhere around there.
Yeah, you got to have some vets.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some vets on there, but you got to build something. You gotta have that grit. You gotta have something like. I mean, look at the 49ers. They're young. They got they got some young players, but look how much grit they have. That's the reason why they made it so far in the NFC Championship. You draft guys like Debo. You got you know what I'm saying? That's a monster. That's talent right there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you looking at wide receivers in the second, like the kid, and Vic, I've been seeing you on Twitter, wanting all that smoke.
My God.
Yeah, I see you on all that smoke. We need to do I Want Smoke podcast. This featuring Vic and just let
all smoke podcast.
Right? All smoke podcast. Watson from
Christian Watson from
yes. Now that right there, bull, big, fast, take the top off of defense. That's somebody like, hey, look out for him. Those are things that you need to look at, and that's what I'm hoping the Eagles can see. You can stay where you're at, but just trust your scouts. Trust the people on your team. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to see. That's all.
Yeah. And I'm happy to report that the Eagles were at Christian Watson's pro day this week. They were in attendance. Yeah, that's what they say. They were one of the few teams that had been doing drills.
He said, "I want to be an Eagle." Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that's the guy. That's the guy that Aaron Moorhead likes. Very versatile.
So him and Chris Orville, they both said, or Watson, was it Watson?
No, you talking about from Ohio State?
Yeah, Overlay. They both said I grew up an Eagles. I grew up an Eagles fan. He's like, I grew up an Eagles fan. He was like, it'll be a dream come true. He's like, if you put me on the other side with Devontae, it's gonna be problems. I'm like, see, I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
Heck yeah. But you just mentioned before, we need to get more veterans. And this week, on Twitter, actually it was yesterday, I believe, there was talk between Stephon Gilmore's fiance, talking about how, they wish that he could be on the Eagles. And she mentioned the Eagles already reached out. So what do you think of the Eagles' interest in Stephon Gilmore? I see you shaking your head no. Let's go. You got something in the tank ready. You got something.
All right, listen. Here's what I say about him. Ever since I was looking at this yesterday too. What's his name? I was just looking at this yesterday. Ever since him being in the Super Bowl and getting smoked from Alshon Jeffries, that's when I always said, no, I'm good. There's no point of bringing him over here because and then after him getting smoked like that from Alshon Jeffries, the next year they were saying he was the best cornerback in the league. I don't see how.
Well, hold on. Time out. Alshon, he kind of shut Alshon in the second half. He shut Alshon down. Eric Rowe was guarding Alshon in the beginning of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Alshon did get him on some plays.
Yeah, Alshon did, but the interception one, that was all Gilmore. That joke was nice. But
Gilmore being a second's hot, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, look, because they was on the team, he lost. Ever since then, I just don't know about how old is Stephon.
He lost.
Yeah, but how old is he as of right now?
31.
31.
Same as play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that signing. I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna say it with my chest.
Chest all the way out.
This is why I want. This is the reason why I want Sauce Garner now, because it's like with Stephon Gilmore, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's better than Nelson, because again, with Nelson, it just felt like he wasn't spectacular to me. Meaning, you got Slay over here where he's doing his thing, but then you got Nelson over here where he was having a little bit of a problem. It just felt like he wanted to, like,
he was acting like number 2.
Yeah, but it felt like when the ball is in the air, I can't wait for him. I can't wait for the wide receiver to catch it so I could try to knock it out of his hand or something. I don't know. It gave me that type of feel. Like he wasn't. That's why I don't.
He wasn't contesting the ball. He was more just waiting on the opportunity to get it out.
Exactly. But but you can't do that with the type of defense that we had. So that's why it was like exactly no pressure, no nothing. It was like, I mean, he had an interception, maybe 1 or 2 within the, but it wasn't like how Darius Slay was. Darius Slay,
Oh, you're a
Not a
ball.
lockdown corner.
He a ball.
Listen, if we get Stephon, if we get him, then I might be easy with it. But as of right now, I don't know.
Well, it's better than Nelson. That's for damn sure.
Okay,
Stingley's another one. Stingley.
I'll take that. But then if we get Gilmore, that means we're not going to get Garner because we have Garner.
Well, it would put us in the problem because I understand what you're saying because we already have 3 young cornerbacks that we have just acquired last season. Right. Then you're talking about bringing on more. So you're talking about 5 corners. We got 6 altogether. One of them got to go.
But let's be honest though. Do you see anything from McPherson?
No.
I think they lost a lot of confidence in him. I think last year they tried to put him out there. He wasn't able to handle it. But I'll say this though. They kind of put him at a disadvantage on that one game when he was just getting beat off the bricks. They put him at a disadvantage. I'll say that. But when you look at any other game, it doesn't look like he can handle it. So I think that's the reason why they made the move for Gowan, why they made the move for Vincent.
Yeah, so there's two young corners, the young Bulls that I'm really disappointed in. And then I want to see a little bit more from McPherson. But Kayvon Wallace, B, I've been on your side since you got drafted. B, come on, son. Like, we've been waiting for you to arrive. You over here talking smack to Cam Newton.
That's it.
Yeah, like, come on, son. Like, you won't be able to play? Like, he's been
I'm the next B-dog. Yeah.
I will say this, though. I think he humbled himself last season. He was humbled because you didn't hear much from him. There wasn't that jawing. You don't really see him making no stupid plays. I think he kind of took it serious. But, again, it's, year 4 now? We've seen so much, and we know with players – if you haven't seen it by year 3, we'll give you year 4. But after that, I don't think you're going to get that extension, fam. You're going to have to find another place of residence.
Time to flush that toilet.
Hey, but think about it. Think about it.
Great point.
But think about it, though. This is another thing is, though. Look at all the DBs that came from the Philadelphia Eagles, and we haven't gave them that much time. But we give the wrong ones, like Jordan Pryor. We just cut him, and look, he a superstar in Buffalo. What's the other young bull that we won a Super Bowl with? He played for Green Bay now. He just got paid. He got 3 years.
You're talking about Russell Douglas.
Yeah, Russell Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have we had talent, but we just ain't patient with them enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to let these cats grow. And Russell Douglas, he was just in the wrong system. He was in the wrong system. He's 6'3", I think he was like 213, 210. He was just in the wrong system. You know what I'm saying? Because Schwartz had him on that island. That's just not him. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't want Douglas to get aggressive on the line. He's better at that. He's bigger than these damn wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah, we were developing shit then. You know,
we weren't patient enough.
Again, I told you it doesn't matter how many of the good players that we get. It's still coaching.
Yeah,
we still got young coaching. Again, it's amazing. I keep saying this. Everybody that I keep, when y'all invite me to this, it's like it feels like we all know better than what these coaches is doing now. We all see.
True.
You don't. Can you hire Eagles? Can you hire the 4 of us? Can you hire the 4 of us, please? And we'll be in the building punking them.
Every time something happens, I'm calling Pablo up.
The greatest team in the NFL, baby.
You see what's going on? Look what's going on. And he's like, yeah, bro, I know. I got you. Like, come on. Like, and then, you know what? I'm the type, too, where now I do the same thing that the announcer do. He used to be the quarterback for the Cowboys.
Troy
Aikman?
No, not Troy Aikman, the other one, number 9.
Oh, Tony
Romo.
Sometimes I could look at the play and I could tell if it's a running play or a throwing play. And then when I say, listen, make sure you play man press, or you know what I mean, if something happens, then I'll be on the phone. Literally, you could call. But next time you hit up Pablo or see Pablo, I'm like, yo, this is what's going to happen next. And he'd be like, damn, bro, you should be on live. I mean, it'd be ridiculous. Again, it's all about the coaching. You know what I'm saying? So if we do get Stephon Gilmore, more power to it. It might make the team better, but how is the coach is going to react? That's all. And this is the reason why players might be coming at the asses. Like I'm the type where, again, with Cox, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go over there to the sideline and be saying something, just like with the what's they call themselves the Commanders now. You see how they was on the bench, and you see how they was about to fight, and how he point his finger into the other players, like, yo, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to be going on when you get these veteran players in here. You know what I'm saying? I know that's how I'm going to be, or that's how I would be. Like, look, we need to step up, or I'll be talking to these coaches like that. If you pay me a fine, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, I just don't know. I just don't know. And
one
to
thing.
but no, I'm just saying, just to be at the just to be at the Raleigh, like if I meet up with you and if we get the wrong player, it's gonna be hell and at Philly. I'm gonna have a picket sign. I'm gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll be right next to you. We gonna turn up. Don't even worry about it. I got you. You know,
Fire Howie, picket sign.
you gonna see two big black dudes in the damn seat, like, hey,
you're right.
Hey, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna notice me. I'm 6'3", 280, so you gonna notice me.
Got you.
No, but one thing I will say is, though, I am looking forward to seeing White and Davion Taylor and Hassan Reddick all on the field. That's one thing I can say something positive that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully Gannon can use something with those three. Davion Taylor, what I've seen from him so far, the kid is talented. He's fast. He is fast. I just need him to stop getting injured. Please stop getting injured. He needs to stay healthy, man. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, but I don't know. Will he be playing now that we got the guy White? And what about Sean Bradley? I feel that he's a good impact. I especially that Riddick is here now, because that's his automatic. They both from Temple. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be teaching him something. So it's like now it feels like we don't have. It's not that we have too many linebackers. We just got extra add-on that knows that they're going to be starting.
Competition. May the best man win. Let's go. That's what we all here for, right? As Eagles content creators, we all about competition. I'm coming out with facts, fires for the streets. That's what we're all supposed to do, right? We all, at the end of the day, and I'm not comparing it like orange to apples, but as men, right? Like Vic, Jerry, Mucci, I want all of us to eat, but I want all of us to get better every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going to happen in that linebacker room. I think everybody is going to get better, and it's going to be competition. But the thing is, though, but Hassan is going to be that weapon. He's going to be that guy that he's going to be. If you're going to go to wide 9, because you're going to play a little bit of wide 9, especially with this defense, you're going to have to do a little bit of that. You're going to have to switch it up. You're going to have to go through a 4-3, 3. You're going to have to switch that up. You can't just go, okay, well, we're going to go basic, and then we're not going to do any movement. You're going to have to do some movement with this. With the weapons that you have in your arsenal, you're going to have to do some pre-snap motion. You're going to have to, show a quarterback blitz. You're going to have to, play with the quarterback's eyes. You have to. We just need a safety, though. I mean, I do believe in Marcus Epps. I do. I like Young Bull. I just don't know. Is he that guy that's full time? I need somebody to talk me into that one.
But look,
you know what we need?
My Philly Foothills just answered my question. As far as the starting linebackers, we already know who's starting, though. Let's play it spade to spade. Like you just said, competition. I feel what you're saying, but us four already know who's starting right about now. We already know that it's going to be Hassan Reddick. We already know that it's going to be
Sam, White. Right? He's going to be at Sam.
Yeah, but you already know. What's
so you got your Sam, you got your Sam, you're weak, and then you're strong, right?
Right. So that's 3.
3. So you're gonna have Hassan at Sam, right?
Right.
You're right.
White
is gonna be White.
We still got Avery. What?
No, Avery's not here. Avery's not here yet.
Oh, he's not here.
He's still free agent. Yeah, he's a free agent. So you're probably going to end up. You're probably going to be switching that role, though. You're probably going to be switching that role. So it's going to be Bradley. It's going to be Bradley. So you're probably going to be switching them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So he's going to have to stand up. But all 3 of them are going to be standing up because Hassan is going to be. I see. That's what I'm saying. I just don't. I got to be able to see the formations and what they're going to do. I love this. I love this shit though. I love the, diagnosis. I love
what
that.
they need to do is bring Seth Joyner in. They need to bring Seth Joyner in as a linebacker coach.
Man, so he can grab people by the throat. Nah, man, we bring his old ass in, man.
No, but we need that. That's what you need.
In the chest.
That's what you need, though.
He's gonna making them bulls be crying, man. You'll be in South Philly
Whoop him
crying.
into shape.
The linebacker coach now is 28 years old. Like he's not even 30, I don't believe, right? Come on.
But players aren't what they used to be. They soft right now.
Yeah,
that's the issue. They too soft.
They need that man.
They gonna be getting Chickies and Pete's talking about can I get a lobster pizza?
Oh man, he about to have me go down there now.
You're gonna need some ice for that ass.
Yeah, man. Some lobster fries in the blue moon. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask y'all. We had a new signing this week. We talked about it. We mentioned it. Zack Pascal. How did you like that signing? I'll start off with you, King.
Like I said, I like his attitude. Press conference was great. He's a red zone guy. He's a backup though, and then the reason why his numbers were so influctuated is because, I think T.Y. was hurt. The only wide receiver that really had was Michael Pittman. So he's good. He's a good locker room guy, and he's a vet, so he's gonna bring a little bit of knowledge and what Nick wants, because that's Nick's guy. Like he said, he got a text message about eyes. So everybody knew he was coming to Philadelphia, man. That was the crazy thing. I would love to get another veteran though. I would like to get somebody like the Juice Man. I would like to get Jarvis Landry in here. I know he's a slot. It probably wouldn't make any sense, but somebody in that his energy, his knowledge,
his caliber,
and the way his caliber. You know what I mean? He can talk to the young bulls like, yo, come on. Like, remember how he was talking to the Browns wide receivers in that Hard Knocks episode?
Oh, yeah.
Like somebody, I love that. If he can just talk to Jalen Rager like that would be nice.
Right. And that's what Devontae Smith. That's what he said. He said he needs a veteran linebacker. A wide receiver to let him know, to have him more comfortable. I like the signing too because I like a wide receiver with YAC, yards after catch. I like how I want you to catch the ball. Let me see how many yards can you get after that. Now the only problem is what hurts far as throwing the ball. I just don't, long as you get the ball up to the chest and not having it go to the ground so you can fall. I can't stand how we was always catching the ball and just falling to the ground. That's
Zach Ertz, baby.
That's Zach Ertz. That's a Zach Ertz trade.
That's because he didn't want to get hurt.
And to tell you the truth, if they was just to see, I was always up for this guy, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. At the same time, really, once I promise you, once we let him leave, he's going to be a star somewhere else. I promise you, because he has hands. I'm telling you the truth. He really has hands. It's just that we didn't use them correctly. Like you said, every time he comes in, all he's going to do is block. I guarantee you. Once you move, yeah, but
Mike, but I can't give you that, bro. I can't give you that.
I bet you money. I bet you money. If he goes to another team, he's going to be a star. So, and then he's going to start catching touchdowns or yards, and we're going to be like, damn, wait a minute, why ain't do that over here? I promise you. Just like you said, every time we. But listen, every time, like you just said, Douglas went over here, he's a star over here. Sidney Jones went somewhere else, he's a star over. Like they're doing stuff to other teams, but when it comes to us, I guarantee you, watch when he leave, he's going to be a superstar somewhere else, and we're going to be like, damn, we had him here.
We tried to play him how he played in college, and he just didn't pan out, bro. Like we gave him that.
I didn't even know who he was until once I seen his tape. I said, all right, cool. This is another Alshon Jeffrey. That's why I don't like that guy. I don't want what's his name, Burks. I don't want him because I feel that.
I like Burks.
I feel he's gonna come in. They're not gonna use him right. That's why I'd rather have the.
He's a slot. He's a big body slot. Yeah, so I don't see him going after him because of Zack Pascal. Because they basically do the same thing. Except the thing is, though, I like about Zack is he'll put his face in the fan. He'll put his face in the fan. So he's not scared to get hit. He'll let them ribs hang out too as well. I like that. And he'll catch the ball with his hands, not catching it with his body. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's all about. I don't know if you've seen the red zone how many times that they were doing like the jet sweeps with the wide receivers. He was getting a lot of that love when he was in Indy. So I definitely can see him getting that love here.
But when you say that, but when you say that, we could have did that with JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I promise you. It's just that we didn't use him.
In the slot though.
Does he have the speed?
But
does he have the running ability?
Anybody that will go up into the air and grab his 50-50, he'll get that every time. That's how I see it. But I mean,
did you see the Cowboys? Did you see the Cowboys?
We tried.
Okay. Did you see when he got hit in the balls of the ball?
Okay. No, I give you that, but I can't say. I mean, he already seasoned because it's to the point where this is his 4th year, and this is how he messing up his contract money. So,
well, he's been doomed ever since his mom came to the practice and had the umbrella on.
With the umbrella, yeah,
that guy, he got hit.
Okay,
it was like, where's that gabagoo?
Well, again, with this Zack Pascal, I mean, listen, again, after what I've seen, what he did over with the Colts, I just like how he grabbed the ball and get the yards at the catch.
Right.
That's way better than what Rager's been doing because we can't get rid of Rager because we'll be off the cap. But
like 8 mil, right? Is that 7 to 8 mil?
Yeah, and if we lose like that, we'll be done. So maybe this will make him step. I know if I see this, he should turn into what's the wide receiver?
You think he'll turn into Nelson Aguilar?
God willing, hopefully.
You know but imagine if you're paying. Imagine having a contract worth 7 to 8 million, and you're the 5th wide receiver. I would have an issue with that. I would have an issue with that.
Yeah,
I would definitely have an issue with that. And then you we're trying to put you on special teams, and you can't even do that right. I just have.
Or they had him doing too much. Don't have him do too much and punt return. You
can't have it both ways.
But he's a first-round pick.
Yeah, dude, you can't have it both ways.
No. Howie Roseman made him a first-round pick because we could have had Jefferson. I mean, that's another story.
I thought that was Metcalf.
No, Metcalf can have. Listen. We could have had. There's all kinds of wide receivers we could have had. Let's go back from 2015, 2016. We got Jordan Matthews. We couldn't have had Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many wide receivers. There's so many wide receivers we should have. DK, AJ Brown. The history just goes on and on and on and on, man. We can have so many wide receivers, and we just missing out. Yo, what up, Bobby? Hope everything is well, man.
But yet again, Howie Roseman for 3 years. Again, you know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? Oh, I just got upset. You know what I mean? So
my bad. Yeah, I never should have said those wide receivers. My bad. I didn't mean to get you upset. My bad.
I'll try to make you feel better with this question, man. Let me ask you, because there's been a lot of talk about DJ Metcalf. What do you think? Would you trade for him? And if so, what would you be willing to give up for him? I'll start off with you, Moon.
The guy, honest truth, I would give up 1 first, a second, and a 4th if we have it.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's like Tyreek Hill vibes.
But listen, but we're talking about DK Metcalf. You don't think DK Metcalf? You don't think he's capable?
I give him 1 of 4.
He's capable, but when you're giving up that many picks, we're gonna have to extend him. And I don't think we're going to pay $30 million a year.
I give him 1 of 4.
Why not? Because we're talking at least 1 touch. Imagine him, Devontae Smith, and what's the other speed guy that's in the slot now?
Quest.
Imagine that. Just imagine.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm totally with you. I just don't see them paying that type of money to a wide receiver. That's just. I'm
Howie doesn't make those kind of trades. Yeah,
I'm thinking Howie.
He don't make those kind of trades. He's gonna win the trade.
Yeah, because you're not gonna pay that much. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do that. I would definitely make that trade. I'm thinking I'm giving up the 19th pick, and I'm going to give you a conditional. I'm give you a 4th.
That's
because
what
I'm gonna have to extend him because he's on the last year in his rookie deal. He wants to get paid.
But I'm just answering the question right here. But at the same time, Seattle. Seattle. Do you think Seattle will go for that?
You're going to extend him. You got to give me something because I'm going to give up all my money to that player. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think that's worth it? We talking about
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying you're going to have to extend him. So I'm not going to give up that much draft capital to pay somebody that much money. I'm not doing that. That's just me. Like the Dolphins making that move, they're making that move because they like, man, we in the AFC, we need to win now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest,
they had to have him.
They had to have him. They had to do what they had to do to make that work. I wouldn't give up a first, a second, a third, and a fourth, and a sixth for Cheetah. I wouldn't have done that. No,
yeah, that's ridiculous. But
I'm not doing that. I'll give up a first, a second for next year, and then I'm going to throw some incentives, and this round can turn into this round. I'm doing that. I'm not giving up straight up. No, you're not robbing me.
It's hard to come by too, because after what happened with like far as incentives, DK Metcalf, I'm pretty sure he'll have top notch in goals to make those incentives. But you know how coaches are, they could say, "Listen, don't throw the ball to him." Because if you throw the ball to him, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with Bobby. What's his name? Bobby Murphy. Yeah, I'm with you. I would do that too. He is looking to get paid. He's after what he was getting after the guy just got 120 mil. I'm pretty sure he's going to want 200. You know what I'm saying? So,
for DK, when you look at it, and Christian Kirk is making all that money, it's like, every week in and week out since I've been outplayed Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, too.
Is Devontae Adams the most? Is he the
highest paid?
The highest paid, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying though. And like then as a player, you're going to be looking at his stats and my stats and comparing it and be like, well, shoot, look what I can do. This is what I can do, and I can do this, and this, and this. What is he doing? What I can't do? I'm going to get paid, and that's exactly what happened to Cheetah. The Chiefs begged him to stay. He was like, because it was like, yo, we're gonna get you at the end. You know what I'm saying? But just hold on. He's like, nah, I want my money now. I want the bag.
Right.
All right, we're gonna have to trade you.
He said, we already got that ring.
With New York. They already had a deal with New York.
Jets,
it was that Miami came in the last second and offered way more than New York was willing to do. But for him, he was getting paid regardless, whether it was New York or Miami. So Miami was the team that paid the most. He didn't care because he's from Florida. So that only have benefited him more. But I think for Miami, when they made that move because they have to. Miami's a team where they need fans in the stands. You need names. Right now, Tua's not selling a damn thing. So you need to have that potential.
They might be getting Brady.
Hey, this is my thing, though. Do you think Tua can throw the long ball to him like that? Because I don't see that. I see he's more of a short, intermediate passer, very accurate when it 15 to 17 yards, somewhere in that range. But when it goes into the deep ball, I just don't see that in him.
I guess they're gonna be practicing that now.
Hey, a whole bunch of bubble screens, huh?
Right. Probably. Like I said, with DK Metcalf, if we get DK Metcalf, right, I guarantee you. Now I'm gonna say we're going to the Super Bowl, as far as offense wise, because that's too much. That's too much depth right there. I mean, but if you
firepower,
So I mean, if you can make it happen, I'm all for it. But I mean.
Bro, he should already be an Eagle, man. He should already be an Eagle. That's what you're telling me.
Speaking of the draft, apparently there was a rumor going out. Now, it looks like we aren't expected to take 15 and 16 and 19. Looks like we're about to make some moves. From what they're saying is we're going to take one of those first rounders, move it back to next season for a cushion just in case Jalen Hurts doesn't work out. What do you feel about that, fellas? Let me start off with you, King. What do you feel about that? Let's start from Mike Garofolo.
I think it's all smoke. I think it's a smoke screen.
Me too.
Same thing when they were like, "Oh yeah, Jeffrey Lurie and Howie took tickets out to dinner and stuff like that. Nah, man. They just doing that to get other teams to get invested and say, hey, because the more quarterbacks go in, the more talent's going to be there waiting for them at 15 and 16. So
it was just the quarterback's coach. It was just the quarterback's coach. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's all smoke screen. I mean, and Grandfellow, he's a South Jersey, Philadelphia native. He's gonna help us out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and Colleen Wolf. I know y'all watching. Y'all watching the big ticket, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better shout out. You know what I mean? What's up?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's smoke screens. Because that's putting too much onto Jalen. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure he don't care. He's just going to go out and prove what he need to do. But it's like it's just giving me the whole Carson Wentz vibe again. Like, why are we doing this again? Like, what are you setting up? And this is the reason why. And then this leads me back to you got Howie Roseman here for another 3 years. Like, what are
that's it?
What
that's all you got? You got to turn that around.
What are you and Jeffrey Lurie talking about to even have this quarterback come up? Now, I get it. Anything can happen. Jalen Hurts can go down. You want the next quarterback to step up. Gardner Minshew, they might look at it as, well, he's only collateral. We can throw him. He could be a starter somewhere else if we can get some, something on the back end. But if we have a good depth quarterback behind Jalen Hurts, we should be fine going through this season. Because again, Jalen Hurts, he runs so much that maybe you never know. He can hurt his leg again, just like a Carson Wentz, for the next quarterback to step up. But until then,
knocking on wood.
My thing is, as long as you go and talk to Jalen Hurts, just like they should have went and talked to Wentz. Listen, this is what happened. We're only bringing Hurts in just for insurance. You're still our guy, but this is just for insurance. And then if Carson Wentz would have just said, all right, cool, played his game real well, then maybe Hurts we would have traded Hurts now to another team so he can do his thing somewhere else. But instead, this is why we're in this scenario. So, and are we looking at another quarterback because of what Hurts did last year? Because it wasn't all his fault. It was because of coaching. Again, he wasn't under center all the time. He was always in shotgun formation and that RPO bullshit. So what are we doing?
I don't know, man. I'm glad Wentz is gone. He sucks.
I understand, but I'm saying it's like we're going back into a circle again. Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are you making Hurts? Hurts don't feel no type of way. It's just his mind is set already. He just rent is due. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right now he's performing. He's somewhere throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? But why are we going through this constantly over and over again? Like, what I mean, like this is.
I don't think we are.
What upsets me right here. So I mean, again, it should be smoke screen. And on top of that, they already had him at the podium. They was already at the podium and said Hurts is our guy. But at the same time, you need to bring Hurts into those meetings or put him on the phone. To make him feel comfortable. If you don't make him feel comfortable, that's why you mess up.
Yo, and to piggyback off that, bro, surround him with some talent. Surround Jalen with some talent. Put some talent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
again, you put DK Metcalf here.
Legitimate talent.
Hey, yeah, legitimate talent. And that's all I'm asking for. And then another thing is, like, I'm so tired of hearing the narrative, like, he can't throw and this. It's
bullshit.
He just needs to develop a little bit more. Like, stop being in this frame of mind where, we're gonna win now. No, that doesn't happen overnight, bro. Like, it takes time. Look at Cincinnati. Look at Joe Burrow. He tore his ACL his first year. Came back the second year.
Great point. Yeah.
It took him time to develop. Like, chill out. Like, we're not. Like, you put talent around him. You put talent around him, and then look what he got. Jamar Chase. Wow. Like, it's simple. It's just that simple.
I mean, you look in Buffalo too. You gotta look at Buffalo too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You put talent around these young bulls. I'm telling you, and you have. This is the thing. You have a 2-year window, right, in the NFL for quarterbacks. Is that we can say that? Is that agree?
2 to 3.
2 to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if that, and we did the same thing with Wentz. We gave Wentz chance after chance after.
You got 5 years, bro.
Bro, You know what I'm saying? And like in 2017, he did his thing. I get it. He got us there. Unfortunately, he got hurt in that Rams game. And then, I'm not going to say the big D. Nick came in and did his thing, man. Like he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's caught lightning in the bottle, but we have to chill with these young quarterbacks thinking that are coming in and they're just going to win. We got to stop that. Give them a chance, man.
Definitely. Listen, let me ask you a question because, we brought up Jalen Hurts and, how the team sees at that time. But let me get your thoughts. And King, I'll start off with you. What are your thoughts on the fan base and how they see Jalen Hurts? We see on Twitter, there's a lot of talk, like you said. He can't throw the ball. He can't do this and that. And we all know when you see the tape, it's the opposite. But let me get your thoughts on what the fan base and how they see Jalen Hurts.
It's to me, I just feel like it's the narrative, like it's a black quarterback, and we're not going to give him that much of a chance. And he can't read, he can't do this. Bro, no, quit that. Like, no, like he's a quarterback. It's fine. He's got it. Just give him time to develop. That's the issue. Like he just needs time to develop, man. Yes, I get it. When I watch Jalen, he loves going to right. He can't really throw left. And if you like, I told shout out to Gail and 4th and John, my boys. Me and Gail was talking, and he was like, "Yo, how do you feel like we're gonna lose?" And I said, "This is how we're gonna lose. You rush the left, you rush the right side, make Jalen go left. He can't throw. You beat us, right?" As time went on, right? He was stopping, he was fixing his hips, he was flexing, and he was throwing the ball. Instead of just going and putting soft touches to things. Those are the things that he just needs to develop. He just wasn't used to that. And then to think about that, every year he had a different coach. Think about that. Every year you have a different coach. Every year?
Mm-hmm.
Every year you have a different coach, and all of a sudden you're just supposed to be, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be that dude. No, bro. If you look at Tom Brady. Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady was in the same system for how many years? Then he took everything that he got from Boston, took it down to Tampa with Bruce Arians, and it had a whole bunch of talent around him, and then won again. Bro, what is that called? Experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people are just so we gotta go. No, bro. Chill. Let it marinate. Let him develop. Put weapons around him, and we got this. Stop saying, yo, let's just get rid of him. This same thing we went through with Randall Cunningham. Same thing we went through with Randall Cunningham. People wanted to get rid of him. But listen, he really had nobody to throw it to. I mean, we had Quick in those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna stick with your first part. We had no one to throw to. T.O. one season. Other than that,
McNabb. McNabb. I'm sorry, McNabb. I meant to say McNabb. I'm sorry.
Well, what do you think?
Well, when he first came in, once he recovered when he came in for Carson Wentz, he was good. He was, oh snap, oh my God, he's nice. He this, that, and third. Then first year with Nick Sirianni, oh man, he's bad. Off his first read, he don't look for a second read. He start to run, but then you gotta look at it. Then they say he don't have an arm, but then you gotta look at it. He used to throw to Hollywood Brown. He used to throw to Judy. He used to throw to CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In college.
Receivers.
Right. Exactly. So he could throw the ball. It was just the fact that system didn't work for him. You need to switch up the system. Once you switch that up, go back. You know what Frank Wright did for Carson Wentz? He went back to North Dakota, grabbed their playbook, and he put his playbook into whatever he know, and then he went to Carson and said, look, this is what you're going to do. And that's why he was so good in 2017, is that he messed up his leg. If he never would have messed up his leg, he would be the best quarterback since pants with pockets as of right now. But because of that, he's been off, and that's why he's in the position that he's in now.
I think it was actually after he got that concussion, man.
So you think the injuries really
messed up his head?
messed up his head. I can
Well,
see that.
Well,
Yeah, you're right, because he wasn't the same after that Seattle game. If you,
Right.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, the
But
day
a lot of insecurity stuff in too.
Because I was about to
you're
say
right.
that leg, when he tried to throw off that leg, it might mess. And then I don't like how he's lanky off his arm because his arm is too long when he throw the ball, and that's why his the ball be wobbling every time when it gets to a wide receiver. But other than that, what hurts, he just need better coaching. Well, he need better plays. That playbook was awful. That RPO thing with Nick Sirianni, throw that in the trash, or that's just not what hurts. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if Deshaun Watson was to come here and Hurts was to go to Seattle, or I'm sorry, if what's the other guy that went to Denver? If he would have came, if he would have went to Seattle, he would have been a 0.2 over there, and then he would have definitely been good with his arm. And then him and DK Metcalf, it'd be lights out. You know what I'm saying? So Hurts will be fine though. I just wish that they had the playbook for him now. But I get it. You got to wait until season start for them to get the new playbook. Or if they do, hopefully they switch up because that RPO just wasn't working out for him. But other than that, as far as the fan base, like Hurts is still he's our guy as of right now. So.
Well, speaking of the fan base, and I'm going to stay with you. What are your thoughts on the fan base overall? Because we see sometimes it's like we don't go hard for our team. They say we go with the name on the front, not the back. But sometimes when you hear fans talk about these players, that's like you talking to someone you disrespecting in the streets. So let me get your thoughts on this fan base.
Well, that's that South Philly mentality. That's the Italians, you know what I'm saying, mob style. Like, listen, either you good or you good, or if you're not, you're not. You need to have common sense with this. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Either you play hard or you go home, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the fan base been for years. Like you could be good one week, the next week, we're going a little bit like we're giving them that Ben Simmons feel. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you're horrible. If you're horrible, we're gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what it's been for years. I mean, that's what like they said, that our fan base, we're passionate. You know what I'm saying? And if you mess up, well, we're gonna cut you some slack, but if you're gonna keep on going, we're gonna start throwing things at you. We're gonna call you a bum right there on site.
Come on, Santa, what you got?
Hey, man. Like I said, it means you hit it right on the head, man. Being from Philadelphia, Southside Jersey, it's just we different breeds, man. We different breeds. Like we out here doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here repping my city. You know what I'm saying? I live in Arizona right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I always rep my city. My car is full of Pennsylvania everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I rep it to death. My mom, my pops, they're from there. It's bloodline. It's something that, if you can't step up to the plate and you can't come through, put them in the bathroom. Get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's that cheese, that Philly cheese swag. That's what we got. You know what I mean? That's just the way we are. And I love it and I hate it at the same time because we have like people like, it's funny that people like, where are you from? Like, I'm from South Jersey. Oh man, you from Philly? Like, no, if I'm back home, I have to say I'm from South Jersey. I have to say I'm from South Jersey. There's a difference between it. There's a difference between it. But there's a difference. And so when people are like, oh man, I want to go to Philly with you, I'm like, yeah, you can't go to Philly with me. No, you can't do that. And then especially if you're a cow, and I have a lot of friends that are Cowboy fans, like, y'all want to go to Philly?
No,
you can't do that. No, you can't do that.
No, we're not cool.
Yeah. And it's funny though, because I went to Dallas, right? My wife, I guess my wife is a Niner fan, and I went to the NFC Championship with my wife, and I'm wearing my Eagles. I think I was wearing my Jalen Hurts jersey. They treated me like I was a king. They was nice buying me drinks. They are nice people. Like I was like, they're very, very, very nice people. So but and they were like, I want to go to Philly. I'm like, nah, you can't do that, B. You mess around, they gonna jack you up, bro. You can't do that, man. So it's just the way it is, man. I hate to say it that way, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But fellas, we're approaching an hour and a half. I appreciate you for coming through. I'm not going to take too much time from families. Let them know where everybody can find you. Mooch, we'll start off with you. Let the people know.
My page is Mucci Robinson. I've been off for a minute, but I'm definitely gonna come back and with my guy Pablo Gary. We was Birds and Bros, but unfortunately we had to change the names because it was conflict of interest with these other guys that's called themselves Birds and Bros, and they actually take pictures of birds and they call themselves bros. So yeah, right. I
That's
knew y'all was gonna laugh.
garbage.
So
That's
when I
terrible.
That
when
is
I tell you,
horrible.
Hey, yo, quick question.
Let it
So
go,
whenever
man. Let
quick
it
question.
go.
Reach, real quick question. So when every time you like tag you something, when they untag your jump, they untag your picture?
Oh.
Let me find out you got birds of sparrows and pictures of like different kind of wildlife.
listen,
You gotta send the bald eagle at their birds.
and when I tell you, we try to put so much marketing into it to the point where we had the logos and everything, and then we was going to have.
Oh, that's
So
whack.
so now we just we
You can write that
taking a
off
step
on
back.
taxes, bro.
That's what I do.
Man, listen. Well, we just stepped back a little bit, so we definitely gonna be have everything start up when the draft comes. So, like I said, if King, if you down there, we're going to definitely meet up. Other than that, my page is Mucci Robinson. My Twitter is Mucci215. Holla at me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna keep on moving. And hopefully, I'll be back on the show. We're gonna keep on talking.
Oh, definitely.
Facts.
Everybody back.
You're breaking up, brother.
Yeah, you're breaking up, man.
Oh, breaking up. Damn.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. No, what I was trying to say was, I think for the draft, I'm going to bring a panel. Us back, so that way we can do it. Yeah, baby's going crazy right now. But Ken, let the people know where they can find you, and appreciate you for coming through, my guy.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all know, man. On IG, you can find me King Fly Jump. You know what I mean? If you want that tea, hit me up, man. And then I'm 1/3 of the Swoop Squad, with Swoop Boys. I also got that step back jump too. You know what I mean? Go Sixers. Sixers are actually coming to Phoenix tomorrow, so I'm going to that game. I can't wait to wear that jump. Yeah, boy, here we come. Hey, West Coast, we about to wreak havoc. That's all I gotta say. Beat the Lakers on Thursday. Beat the Clippers last night. Now we're gonna tear up the Suns tomorrow. But yeah, and on Twitter, King Kincade. Like I said, I got the Fly Jump. I also got the Swoop Boys on there as well. I'm a family man, so I'm a father, husband. I'm a sneakerhead, so happy Air Max Day. I'm a sneakerhead. So put that out there. Definitely want to put that out there. But yeah, follow me, man. I appreciate y'all. But Swoop Boys is the podcast, and check us out. And then I'm hoping that I get to come back on the show, man.
Absolutely,
I had fun. Meet you. We're gonna be doing some work, man. We're gonna be doing some work.
Definitely. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
You said you're known as King Fly Jones.
No, King Fly John.
Oh, John. Yeah, John. Okay.
Celebrate today.
I like
Celebrate the day, baby.
Y'all know where you can find me, Backyard Birds Podcast, and on here, the Big Ticket.
Yes, sir. Big Ticket.
Hey, man. Again, to our guests, thank you so much for coming through. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out, your busy schedules and your families. To everyone that came through today, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The chat, it was live. I love all the comments, man. And this has been another great episode. But if you can, please subscribe to the channels of the fellas below me. They put out great content weekly. They're working on new things, as you heard. So just do me a solid. Go to the channel, hit that subscribe, that like, and leave a comment because it helps out the algorithm for them. It pushes the content out there. And if you can, I'd appreciate you do that for myself. But for me, the fellas, I'd like to say, man, it's been another great episode. Appreciate
Thanks for coming, guys.
Through. Yeah, man. And listen, have a great week, and we out.
Arvita Beats.